but I don't know why.
I know, and I don't think I was trying to figure out in my brain, but I think next weekend she's not on either.
That one's got to be a big one.
And I think next weekend we're just gonna. I think we should just push it. I think we should just push it back.
You can't do it.
Why?
Oh, you mean push it back, like not have a show?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we
Okay.
should push
Okay.
it back.
Yeah. We can do that.
We're gonna
I
take.
thought you were saying like push the
Listen,
numbers back, like 99 and a
no,
half. No, you
yeah,
can't do that. Can't do it.
99 and a half. We've
100's
had
100.
no, I don't know, Jesse. I think we've had a couple that we could count as a half.
Yeah, we've had a couple that we could have counted as two.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So no show next week, everybody. If you're looking for something to do, you're gonna have to go outside or something. I don't know.
We're gonna have some. It's got to be big.
Seems like next weekend, if you're looking for something to do, you should go to the Kuka Arts Festival down on the Kuka Outlet Trail in Penn Yan, and you can see all the great vendors down there, all the artists, bunch of nonprofits, including the Friends of the Outlet.
Will you bring some of your art?
I have in the past, but not this year. No,
all right.
No, not this year. Not fixing.
You could like It's Rare's fans. They could all buy
no,
some
and
art.
next. Well, actually, I might have something. I might have a special giveaway for people that show up. We'll see. We'll see if it comes in or not. But and then the other thing, if you're looking for something to do next Saturday, check out the Irish Road Bowling Tournament right down in, I want to say, Andover.
Are you gonna go?
Maybe.
I was like, Phil's for sure going. There's
no way
he's not going.
I've got another thing that day, but it turns out that thing isn't till the afternoon. So let's see if I can. The West Virginia Irish Road Bowlers Association is who's pushing it. I don't know if there's somebody else pushing it as like a co-sponsor or what. Let's see. West Virginia Irish Road Bowling. They seem to be one of the bigger ones in the U.S. Morgantown, West Virginia. Ooh, they're having an amateur open in Morgantown, West Virginia right now. That's pretty fancy. I think their balls might be heavier than what I use.
What's that form? Is that the right form?
Oh yeah, they do it a way that I can't do it. I wish I could. Because
those suckers are heavy. Phil brought a couple to my house, and they were those things were pretty heavy.
On June 11th, the Ancient Order of Hibernians in Andover, New York, are hosting road bowling.
So,
Irish Road Bowling Classic, Allegheny County Division 1. Let's see how this works. Here's the deets, the details. Tails. I don't know how you should what you kids are saying these days. From 9 to 3. But from what I've heard, it's about a 1.5 mile course, so it doesn't take, you're not there the entire time necessarily, unless you want to be.
Huh, okay.
But it doesn't take 5 hours or 6 hours to bowl 1.5 miles.
No, it's like golf. Probably,
Right. Yeah.
They're pretty. It's not as long as you think.
All proceeds benefit local Western New York charities and student organizations. Our Ancient Order of Hibernians Division is a nonprofit volunteer group working towards the betterment of our local communities. That's nice. Each 2-person team takes turns hurling a 28-ounce cannonball. See, I think mine are only 18 ounces.
Those suckers were heavy.
Yeah, these are, 50% heavier.
Yeah. Wow.
Called a bowl down our 1.25 mile course. The teams that finish with the fewest throws wins.
So they just chuck them as far as they can to the end of the 1.25 miles. That shouldn't take long, right? You're right. That should be done pretty quick.
Yeah, it won't take that long. Take probably, I would guess.
There's 5 different divisions, so I mean, there's a lot of different people doing it.
Maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah,
at most. Probably 45 minutes. Refreshments, donations, please, and restrooms available on site. All registrations are the day of the event. So you can walk up day of and register. So that's nice. This event naturally promotes social distancing in the beautiful hills of Western New York. We will stagger start times to space out groups. The course takes approximately one. God damn
No,
it. What
Phil.
the hell? Oh, shit. It was me. I did it. 1 to 1.5 hours to complete. All right. So it's on Kilbane Road in Andover, New York. Trapping Brook and Independence Road intersection.
If you go to watch, stay back. There's no way someone doesn't die at least at one match. Like one person
For
a match.
sure, yeah. Or at least like a leg taken off.
Dude, somebody's gotten seriously
These
injured.
are like Civil War cannonballs.
And people were so close. Were we watching when they were in Scotland?
Oh, yeah. They get right in front of them. It's crazy.
Dude, can you imagine if you slip wrong?
I just wouldn't want to be. So here's
or your shoulder goes
here's
out?
a story from my time working in ice hockey.
Uh-huh.
There were two coaches on the bench, and the head coach was talking to one of the players, and he was standing in front of the assistant coach because the assistant coach was in the way. So he's standing in front of him on the bench talking to the player. Head coach sees a puck flying at his face and ducks.
The assistant coach didn't see it, did
Yeah, so like the assistant coach got smashed right in the nose. It was freaking gusher.
Did he break it?
It literally, yeah, it was it was flat. It went shh. It was nasty, man. And it was awesome. And so they get right in. I would be worried that somebody would be in front of me and I wouldn't see the ball like kick left.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think you could just like catch it? Do you think you'd just go?
No, don't listen, folks.
No, but do you think
another
you
PSA?
could,
don't try to catch the ball.
Like, would you just like grab it out of the air and just like blow it off and throw it back?
Don't try to catch the cannonballs. It's $30 per two-person team plus a $20 refundable deposit on the balls, and we both know how hard it can be to find those balls sometime. So,
did you ever bring out a metal detector?
I did. I found the ball.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I found the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it? It wasn't that far off, was it?
No, it was like right where I thought it was, except it was just deeper. It's crazy. Those things, they get right under everything.
Wow.
This is confusing me. It says trophies for winners, plus bragging rights.
Yeah, you get.
So you get a trophy and a bragging right.
Yeah.
But you'd have to wait till 3 to know if you're the winner, right?
Maybe.
And then they've different classes: men's division, women's division, mixed pairs, under 16. So if you got some teenagers that are thinking,
stay really far back,
try her out. That sounds awesome. See if they can keep it between the lines. And seniors 60 and over division. That could be fun.
That's the world's most dangerous sport.
This is awesome. Yeah, no, I'm fired up. Good for you. Andover, New York, and hopefully I'll be seeing you there. I'm gonna make an effort to be there. So,
are you gonna try to join a team and go for it?
Oh no, I'll bring a teammate.
Yeah.
The question is, do you try to go for men's division or you try to go for mixed pairs? I feel like mixed pairs might be more competitive than you would think.
Could be. I don't know.
Just because. Man, like there's those couples that are just super fit.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's going to be at
CrossFit
least
couples.
Yeah, that are super competitive.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be at least one of them in there.
Maybe you could enter the women's division. That may if
ladies.
If it's like swimming, you should be able to enter.
Come on, man. Come on. So anyway,
come on, man. Feels like, and we're done.
That's going on next Saturday from 9 to 3. Cool thing to check out. It's a cool thing to have in this area, and I'm going to be doing market research so I can figure out if that's something that we can bring to Yates County.
Some road bowling.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
I just got
it should be at the Scottish Festival that they have in Dundee. Why is there no road bowling?
Because this is Irish.
Oh. It's Irish. It's not Scottish.
Irish road bowling.
Oh, shit.
Irish road
bowling.
Messed
up.
Yes.
I thought it was a Scottish thing.
Nope.
Yeah, it's an Irish thing.
Irish thing.
Yeah, so that doesn't work for the Scottish.
We could call it the pandemonium. I don't know. We could call it. There's a lot of options for what we could call it.
Irish and Scottish don't get along, right? Is that still the sentiment?
Well, they don't agree on everything, but they certainly agree that they hate the English.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I mean,
So,
at least historically.
right.
You know, probably a lot of them now too.
I was in an Irish pub and
Don't hate people.
they're picking on my buddy because he had red hair and he was Scottish. So I was like, oh God, this runs deep.
Oh yeah.
Runs deep.
Yeah.
So,
All right. I got some other news.
Okay.
If I can get my phone to work. I got to read this text message. Do you have a pic of the bike? Come on, Marianne. You know that we're live right now. No, I don't have a pic of the bike. All right, here's what I have.
That's a big message.
Yep. I solicited a message because I was not able to squeeze in a guest at the appropriate moment.
Gotcha.
So, here we go. Some information about the spotted duck.
Nice.
I went there. You been out there?
Yeah, a bunch.
Yeah, I went out there last weekend after I went camping, and got some of the I'll tell you what, their flavors are pretty banging.
Did you get duck eggs?
No, I didn't get the duck eggs this time because I had duck eggs.
But do they sell duck eggs?
$8 a dozen. They sell duck eggs.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There's another place I can get them for $6,
Oh,
but I have to drive. So it's
duck
like
egg
a
competition.
depends on how many I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they gave us, we ate the ice cream and stuff, and then they gave us these little cups of like barley or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
The ducks loved it.
Yeah.
They're like, you just throw some grains out there, and they're like,
and they're wild, dude.
Those
ducks don't mess around.
No, they were like going over for it.
Yeah.
And there was one single Canadian goose.
Just chilling with them.
There was one giant peacock that was like, and that was kind of neat.
So you want to hear something cool I learned about a goose real quick?
Mm-hmm.
It's not Canadian.
Oh, yeah?
It's Canada goose.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I felt like an idiot. I had this yeah, that was close. This environmentalist guy told me. I was like, yeah, there's a bunch of Canadian geese. He goes, they don't live in Canada. And I go,
oh, come on.
Oh, so technically they're a Canada goose. But anyways, so the spotted duck, that's Mary's favorite place to go. Like we always go there. It's one best ice cream place in the Finger Lakes a bunch of times.
I think this past year or whatever, I think it's like the current reigning champ.
Yeah, it's really good.
So here's the information I have. Spotted Duck will be open every day of the week from noon to 8:30 p.m. and will be closed Wednesdays. Oh, it's not every day except Wednesdays. We will have our new grilled cheese truck serving every Friday night from 5 to 7:30. So if you're into grilled cheese, get out there between 5 and 7:30. Get your grilled cheese, then you can get some scoops.
Who isn't into grilled cheese?
I don't know, man. Yeah. Lactose intolerant people?
No, they got Lactaid now.
They hate lactose. Yeah, but they don't put it in the cheese.
No, but you can take Lactaid to eat your grilled cheese.
I don't know, man. It's not for everybody. And so, okay, new grilled. Hold on, let me rewind that. Okay, the grilled cheese truck serving every Friday night from 5 to 7:30 and every Saturday from noon to 7. This truck features Blue Heron Bakery bread, which got a shout out to our friends at Blue Heron Bakery because that stuff Todd knows his way around a loaf of bread. And cheddar cheese from Miranda
cheese.
Miranda?
Company. Yeah.
Cheese in Waterloo. Waterloo.
It's a good cheese company.
Yeah.
You've had Miranda cheese.
Waterloo.
Right? That's good.
What do you think Napoleon thought about that? Anyway, some other info. It's the only place in the whole country serving duck egg custard. And it was voted the best place to get dessert in all of New York State by Yelp last year.
Really?
Wow, dessert. We're not even just talking ice cream. We're talking
dessert.
Dessert, like any dessert.
It's a place to be, man.
That's pretty cool.
That place is slammed. Like, you try to go there on a Friday, Saturday night, good luck.
You know, I'll tell you what. I was able to get in. Was able to get my my duck egg custard and go feed some ducks. It was pretty laid back. That was on. Oh, but they said it was slammed all weekend. We went on Monday.
Yeah, that's a good
Like
day.
Monday evening.
Monday, Tuesday, it's never busy there.
Yeah, and then
steady.
Wednesday off. Don't forget. Don't try to go on Wednesday.
You can go on Wednesday. There won't be a line.
Yeah, there won't be a line or ice cream. No
Yeah.
scoops.
You can just look at the dogs.
No scoops for you.
The ice cream Nazi. Oh God, that's funny. Yeah. No. What did you think of the? There's a difference in the flavor of ice cream. There really is.
Oh yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what I got. I got some kind of peanut. I think I got like a peanut butter thing, and I got a coconut thing.
Yeah. It's like super rich.
I like coconut.
It's like really rich compared to chicken eggs, which is weird to like. Why?
It's also like
Why are duck eggs richer than
homemade
chicken eggs?
Well, because I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know.
doesn't
why.
make sense.
But they're awesome. I love duck eggs. But they also, you know, when you get homemade ice cream from like frozen custard, it's different, you know.
Is Seneca Farms not that way?
It's no, it's not like that.
Okay, because I know they make homemade. I just don't know if they.
But I don't think it's custard.
Custard, okay. I'm not an ice cream aficionado, so I don't know custard compared to ice cream. I don't know.
I don't know. I could be. I don't know what Seneca Farms put in their ice cream.
And then there's sherbet, whatever the hell sherbet is. I think that maybe that's.
Can anybody tell us what the difference is between sherbet and ice cream?
And custard. I think custard.
Frozen custard.
Yeah, custard's gotta be ice cream. I don't know who the hell.
We'll get Sam on the show and see if he can break that down for us, or if he only knows about duck egg custard.
Sam, is he the owner?
He's the owner.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I talked to him about making some ice cream from my chocolate liqueur. He's like, yeah, just bring it to me. And I'll talk to him again, like, hey, he's like, yeah, bring it to me.
And you didn't bring it
3 times.
Yeah.
And I've never brought it.
You got to bring it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, he's pretty.
Oh no!
Pretty
what
cool
did I just
guy.
get?
Did we get in trouble?
I don't know. I gotta see.
Oh boy.
Got a mid-show message. Sometimes. Oh.
Oh boy. Mid-show messages. It's the mid-show.
It's rare enough to see a flying carp, but to get to a picture of a bird hitching a ride on a flying carp, 1 in a gazillion.
Whoa. That's very funny. Yeah.
Do you know what these things are called?
No.
What are these things called?
They look like.
Can anybody tell me what these things are called?
They look like a bouncy ball.
I think, yeah, it's like a half of a bouncy ball.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But then, do you not know what this is?
No clue. Silicone?
You don't know what this is?
No.
Oh my God! This is again the generation gap coming into play.
Okay.
So you turn it inside out like that.
Yeah.
And then you put it right.
Oh shit! What the hell? What was that?
You got it like when it's brand new.
Yeah.
I haven't broken it in yet. I got them for Marianne's daughter.
It's definitely silicone.
And I'm waiting. For some reason I got mixed up and thought she was going to be here today until I left the door, and I was like, oh wait, she's not. You leave it there, and you wait, and you can't see it on the screen. Damn.
That's all right.
Wait.
Bam! Oh my God, those things are sweet. The amount of, if you could set them up to scare the shit out of people, that would be amazing.
If you could time them,
yeah, they would be the greatest invention.
Like a mine.
Oh God.
You could do races like we used to do, where like everybody put one down at the same time and see who's go off first. And
that's funny.
These were one of my favorite toys when I was a kid. You could get them out of the like, you get a smaller one. These would be like 50 cents maybe.
Admit you've tortured Hawkeye with one of those before.
No. But I did. I was in the car with
guarantee
Irene.
he'd get fired up.
And so there's another thing that most people don't know. Even people that used these don't know. And it's this trick that if you, so you saw how much it shot up when it was just on the table.
Yeah. Oh God, what's gonna happen?
So if you find like something that's like can go in there, or even you can even put it like,
and it like does it
shoots up even further if you put it on top of something.
Oh, you did that while she was driving?
No.
Oh
No.
no no no.
You think I am some kind of
lunatic? Sounds like death waiting to happen. I don't know where that thing went. That thing's
It's
gone.
behind you.
Oh, okay.
I think they're. I don't know. We just call them poppers, but now poppers are like, is it a jalapeno popper? Is it a poppet?
What are those things you throw at the ground? Those are poppers too, right? They go.
I used to call them snappers, I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they were poppers.
Then you got pop rocks.
Yeah, pop. You drank pop?
Pop. Everything's pop. Weird. Those things are pretty cool, though.
Yes.
But they're one of those things, like, I imagine as a kid, I would have played with one day and probably never touched again.
Oh, no.
No?
No.
Yeah.
All day. I would do that all day, every day. Pop. 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 I got a new project.
What's that?
Music box.
Okay.
From the 1840s.
Whoa.
And there's a, you know how, you ever work on machines, like any kind of machine?
Like more electronic than like old school
electronic
stuff.
Yeah. Do you ever work on anything that had like gears and stuff?
No.
So, there's a flat spot on one of the gears.
Okay.
So the like 4 of the teeth broke off. Actually, like 6 of them, but like 4 of them in a row broke off. Ooh. So every time it gets to that spot,
yeah, no good.
It goes shh, and it stops, and you can't play it. So I've got to like take the thing apart.
Okay.
I've got to take that gear off, and it's like got a reverse threaded bore, and then on the outside it's just a regular spur gear, and it's got a little hole for a spring to attach through. Huh. And so I'm gonna probably
get someone to fabricate a new gear. That'd be the best way.
Do you know what it costs to have somebody fabricate a gear?
Is it that expensive?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
because these Mennonites, they can usually you get them something, say like, "Hey, I want this,"
but it's like that big. It's like delicate work. So I'm guessing for that it'd be like at least $50.
It's not a bad gig.
Yeah.
I mean, for an 1840s music player, I think it's probably worth it. If you can get that sucker to work.
It's got a couple other things too. Need to fix the inlay, and it's got like a big crack through it. But I think,
how big is it?
It's part of the charm. It's pretty good size. It's like about that, like that.
When you get it fixed, you got to bring it in.
Yeah. No, I got it so that it'll play songs again. Okay. But I have to help it.
So it doesn't go.
Yeah. I have to help it. But it's cool. It's got some catchy freaking tunes on there. Like, I like it. I'd sit there and play that music box.
Dude, for the Keuka Arts Festival thing, you should do a painting thing live again. It's time. In honor.
Me paint?
Yeah, that was fun. Mary and I, we were drinking at our house, watching you paint, and I can't remember what we were doing. I don't know if we were playing cards or what we were doing, but we would just like look up and we'd comment something stupid. It was fun. I had a blast.
I think I had about at least a half a bottle of scotch during the course of that painting as well.
You did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
You should do it again. That was fun. It's fun to watch. You had a couple people watching, dude. You got up there. So you just got to do more of a impression of Happy Trees or whatever.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross. You just need a little
Yeah.
fro. I bet you if you permed your hair, you could throw it out like Bob Ross. It's not long enough yet, but you could get a little fro. So
I don't think so.
I'll talk to him. My sister can do it. No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll look good.
Not
those little things in your hair like the ladies used to have in the 60s. You know what I'm talking about?
Curlers?
Yeah,
they still have those.
Oh, do they still do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Do people still perm their hair? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they just don't. So the thing is, apparently, perm isn't only curls.
Okay.
Like you can perm it in different shapes.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
All it does is it breaks down the disulfide bonds and then lets them reform in a different.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it, Phil. Just stop it right now. Hey, all right. Explain icing to me real quick. So
In ice hockey?
Yeah, so icing, tell me if I'm close to it. So like when the center, right, he like flings it down because they're like close to the goal and he's like, okay, I want this puck like down on their side.
The other end.
And then like the right wing dude like flies down and touches it first. Is that icing? Like on the same team?
Sorry. He touches it first.
Yeah, so like the center and the right wing are on the same team.
Okay.
And they're down at their goal, like defending their goal.
Yeah.
And
he
like,
goes all the way down.
Yeah, and then
touches it.
And that right wing or the center goes down and touches it before the other team. Is that icing?
It does, and it goes all the way to the other end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's icing.
Okay, because I couldn't figure out what it was. I was like, oh, maybe it's because they kept doing it. They're flinging it down, and sometimes it was icing, and sometimes it wasn't. I'm like, what?
Was it power play or penalty kill?
I don't know.
Changes sometimes.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, and it's like it has to cross.
It was 5-on-5.
Like it has
hockey.
to cross the blue line, and then whatever.
It was 5-on-5. There was no one in the penalty box. I don't know, but it was pretty interesting. There was a couple.
It depends on like where it touches. Like you can chip it out. Like you can bang it off the board. You can like chip it off the board so it like comes back in, and then that's fine.
Oh.
But if you just shoot it down, and if it goes like past the goal, then it's icing.
It's hard to learn like a sport that you never played. Like it's really hard to like understand some of the calls. There was because usually you can smash people, like just hammer them, but this guy got a
boarding.
Well, there's boarding. Yeah, you can't nail him into the board.
Not boarding.
No, this guy got something like interference. And I'm like, what the hell? He hit him like everyone else hits everyone.
He didn't have the puck.
Oh, you can only hit the person that has the puck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bullshit. I thought you could just light everyone up.
Or I don't know. It depends on the situation. There's different.
Jesus. Yeah. Hockey's fun to watch. In person, it's so low. Like, it's low key one of the best in person sports to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you've never been.
It's a blast.
Like, that's why I've gone to so many Sabres games. Is like, everyone's like, yeah, you don't really watch it. I'm like, yeah, but in person, dude, like these dudes are flying on these little tiny metal skates going like fast.
Oh, yeah.
And the collisions are cooking. No joke.
They're cooking.
And then they're always beating the hell out of each other. And it's so cool because the ref's like, yeah, you guys can fight. Like, as long as it's like a consensual
fight.
Not
like that.
As long as they're both like fighting, like no one else is allowed to jump in. They're just allowed to beat the hell out of each other and then done. It's one of the craziest sports. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not well beloved here. Oh.
It is.
Yeah, but not like Canada.
Do you know
Canada,
what?
They like live and breathe it, man.
It's got a lot to do, in my mind, it's got a lot to do with economics. It costs $1 million to build a hockey rink. That's not like, probably costs more than that now.
Okay.
So it costs a lot of money to play hockey.
Now, don't they use those rinks for like basketball courts and other things too? Isn't there?
That costs even more.
Yeah, like I thought you could like do a lot with it if you wanted to.
Big colleges, usually when they build, like a lot of them now, when they build a basketball court, they'll put the cooling in. Like if they think they might want to put in a rink.
$1 million. Wow. That actually sounds cheaper than I thought it would be.
I think it's more than that, to be honest with you. But it used to be $1 million back when, for like a basic rink.
But where you were like doing your athletic training, that place probably had a really nice rink. That was probably like top tier stuff, right?
They had the first, I believe it was the first. Was it the first indoor hockey rink? No, it couldn't have been the first indoor hockey rink. Might have been the first indoor hockey rink at a school. I'm not sure. They had this guy back in the day. It might have been the first indoor. They had the first indoor swimming pool. That's kind of interesting.
Really?
Yeah, and then they filled it
Wow.
in to turn it into a student lounge.
All the way up there. Like,
Yeah.
why were they having the
Oh,
first?
in the state.
Oh, in the state. I was like, what the heck?
In Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah. But no. So it's actually kind of a neat building that they had their first hockey rink in. They had this called the Barn, and
Did you ever do anything in the old Viking Stadium when you were up there? Like, was there any sports
No.
up there that you got to like go and check? Because that was supposed to be pretty cool the way that was built.
The dome.
Yeah.
I saw it deflated.
Did you really?
Yeah. Our dome deflated on the same day that their dome did. We had a dome that we played soccer in, and it was an inflatable dome.
Wow. How the hell do they deflate? Was there like a pressure failure or something?
So this is the old arena, and it's like shaped like a big bell curve.
You think those guys win a lot? Look at all those freaking banners.
Those are all national championships, by the way.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of banners.
And all of them are since the 90s. So,
Jesus. I like the look of it. I like the wood ceiling.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat place. It's all these like these beams are like they're like freaking thick, and the ice when it rolls off it freaking like it gains up steam. It shoots out like 10 feet. It's crazy.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Nobody parks right
it's
next to the
building. It's
building.
too bad we can't show people that are watching this stuff.
I guess I could show it.
That's pretty sweet.
Look at that.
You ever miss being up there? Like doing that? I bet you that would have been a blast.
Sometimes. Yeah. And then this is the other arena.
Oh, the stands aren't all that big.
Yeah. Well, so let's see. So this one, these are the stands. It's just like little bleachers.
Yeah.
And they've got the overhead infrared heaters, and that's it. And it's so freaking cold in there. Mm-hmm. It's so freaking cold that you wear a winter jacket year round.
Wow.
And other than like this time of year, it's like a light jacket.
Wow.
You know, it gets cold.
Did they not get a lot of people to come watch?
And then this one,
you would have thought that place would be jammed with people.
Also cold, but the stands are a bit. This is the new arena.
Yeah, it looks new.
And yeah, they got this like mezzanine up here, and they put in the wooden benches on the seating, and this is all. I don't know if they moved them, but this is banners from like there to there.
Wow.
Yeah.
The old one looks like Mighty Duck stuff.
Well, yeah, look, so this is a different view of the championships.
Jesus.
Yeah. The old one, I don't think was in Mighty Ducks. I think they used a rink up in maybe Blaine, someplace up there.
Oh, so it was filmed nearby?
But Mighty Ducks 3, a lot of it was filmed inside of the school building.
Whoa, okay. Is that the one when they're all they're like staying in the rooms and stuff, and they're like pranking each other?
So like this is like right next to where the refectory, which is what their fancy word for a cafeteria.
Oh,
that's right next to the refectory. This is the school through the arch.
Wow.
That's the auditorium. All the bands that come call it the Harry Potter place.
Okay.
Because it looks, I don't know, it's just like, it looks like a castle, you know.
You never told me that some of the Mighty Ducks was filmed there. That's insane.
Look, there you go.
Wow. That's pretty sweet, dude. Look at that.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. No, I remember this one. This is a good movie. All the Mighty Ducks movies were awesome.
Define good movie. I'm not sure.
You didn't like them as a kid?
Well, there's a difference between a movie that you like and a good movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with that.
I'm not entirely convinced that they were good movies.
Yeah, but they were. Everyone should watch them.
They had like the 4th rated Baldwin. Is it Stephen Baldwin?
Yeah, but who's that? Who's the main actor? He was. What's his name? The coach.
I don't know. Isn't it Stephen Baldwin?
No. Go down. The coach. Right.
Is that the coach?
No, down.
Who's the coach?
Down. Oh, he's down a little more. He's down a little more. Right there. That guy.
This guy?
Yeah. Yeah,
Th-
he's famous. What's his name?
Oh, Emilio Estevez. Is that Emilio Estevez?
That's not his name.
I think that's Emilio Estevez.
No. That sounds like a Spanish name. That guy's not Spanish.
It's Charlie Sheen's brother, Emilio Estevez.
Oh shit, that is his name.
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who it is.
and
yeah, that's a good actor. Yeah. God damn it, Phil. You're so right. I thought he was someone great. I don't know.
Have you ever seen Men at Work? Is that what it's called? Men at Work?
I'm not sure. I'd have to. Damn it. It's like all of the fourth of the People's Brothers.
Men at Work.
Yeah, I've seen this movie. Yeah.
They get the BB gun.
Yes, that's a funny movie.
Terrorize people at the landfill.
That movie's hilarious.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Men at Work, still not gonna go out as far as to say it's a good movie, but it's worth
funny.
a watch. Yeah, you should definitely give it a watch. The fourth rated Buffman.
Yeah, Dan, Phil's got him today. I guess I'll just stop.
Oh, that's interesting. It's like Inception. Are you sure that you're awake now, Dan?
You've been asleep the whole time, Dan. Just so you know.
Wake up.
So you're not gonna like this. You might judge me for it. I watched Inception for the first time 3 days ago. And like I watched it and I looked at Mary. He's like, I hate you for making me watch this movie.
I watched like 4 minutes of it and turned it off. I was like, this is stupid.
Oh, what the heck's going on? My phone's playing Hot Ones. All right, let's not do that. Yeah. So yeah, Inception. Yeah, no, don't do it, Dan. Just you've watched none of the Mighty Duck. Dan, I'm telling you, gotta watch them. They're great movies.
It's worth a watch. I mean, you could at least
Wait,
that way you can judge
as Phil
for yourself.
says, they're not great movies. They're what kind of? How do you explain it? What kind of movie is it?
It's not necessarily a good movie, but it's a movie you might like.
Oh my god,
Dan, I just want to give you a little, like a quick shot of what you missed on the show. Just gonna get you caught up right here. Bam.
This is how you know if you're sleeping or not, Dan. If this thing, as long as that thing goes off, Dan, you're all right. That's how we double check.
I'm alive.
Good to go.
I'm awake. Are you awake?
No, definitely not awake. I hate when you watch these podcasts when people start talking about like what we could technically be. Like, you know, and they get like really deep.
Get like Lex Friedman and
where they're like, you know, technically we could be the inner workings
Elon
of
Musk.
some guy's watch, you know, and it's just like, what? Like that stuff drives me nuts. Yeah, I don't like it. And they're talking about like the parallel dimensions and like how in like a 500th dimension, you and I could be president and vice president and not on a podcast. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, right?
No.
Could you imagine
that place?
What would you do day one as president?
As president? Oh God, I don't know. I would probably like walk around the White House, check it out. Like I'd be like I'd be like, whoa.
Naked.
Sure. Yeah. Stay away from Monica Lewinsky.
This is my house.
You know, that would be pretty good. So just no Monicas in the
everybody. I would just go to the White House and be like, all right, everybody, get out of my house. Like,
you guys
go
are
home.
all fired.
All like how many people do you think are in the White House at any given moment?
Probably hundreds.
Like everybody, leave my home.
You know, the White House has a restaurant inside of it.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that. It's insane. Why do they have their own restaurant?
Well, somebody has to cook for the president.
I thought he would just have a private chef.
Yeah, but he probably has a bunch of company all the time.
Well, they got to try to make money somewhere.
They probably have to feed the staff.
They don't get enough from our taxes.
You know they have to feed the staff.
Phil, you're ruining my tax joke here. You know they charge for food in the restaurant.
You think so?
Oh, for sure.
You don't think that's just a benefit?
No way.
You gotta like swipe your card for your like $8 meal.
Yeah.
How much do you think it costs to get lunch at the White House?
Well, I don't think I don't know. Probably $30. $30 for something.
This is interesting.
1,869 employees? That can't be right.
Where did it go? How many employees? This isn't the answer.
This isn't the answer.
Okay. The question is, how many employees do the White House have? That's not the question I really asked, but there are too many to mention, but the most well-known member is the chief of state. Who cares?
This is a horrible.
This isn't the answer.
No.
That's not. No.
Stop it.
Give me a number. Okay, here we go.
Quarter's going against us here.
The executive office of the president currently has about 1,869 full-time equivalent employees. Huh.
Office.
That's everybody that works for the president and does not report to another executive.
They break it down there, Phil. Office of the Vice President, 25. Council of, like,
the executive residence has 96 ushers, tour guides, chefs, florists, electricians.
Can you imagine being the White House electrician? You just like, all you do is work on the electricity at the White House.
Could you imagine being the White House florist?
That would be tough.
You imagine doing the electric in a 200-year-old building all the time?
Yeah, I'm sure it's top notch. It's already you've ran a new electrical service.
Yeah, but they had to do you know how hard that would be though? To because they're not going to tear out the wall because it's a historical wall.
No, just cut down drywall areas. And then
yeah, but how much drywall do you think's in a house that was built?
I've never been in there.
1814 or whatever.
I don't know. I should have went on one of the tours when they let you, but I don't know what it looks
Do you
like.
think they're going to let people back in the White House?
Aren't they doing tours now?
I don't know. You said we're.
You're right, Sean.
Do you think that Trump tried to negotiate for the restaurant to be franchised out to McDonald's?
Say that one more time.
Do you think that Trump
tried
to franchise out the White House restaurant to McDonald's?
Oh, okay. Just to have McDonald's in the White House, yeah. They did feed the men's national college basketball team that won.
Yeah.
They usually give them all a dinner, and for some reason they fed them all McDonald's. Did you hear about this? Like something was going on.
They fed him McDonald's?
Yeah, instead of cook for him because there was an issue. And
because the kitchen.
And Trump's like, who doesn't like McDonald's? These kids love McDonald's. And it's like, dude, they came to the White House, bro. You couldn't have upped it a little bit and got them something better.
I gotta tell you, I'm gonna take heat for this, but have you met today's 18 to 22-year-olds? For most of them, their taste in food, if it doesn't have breading on it, they're probably not going for it.
Yeah, but you're talking about extreme athletes. These kids probably don't eat like that. In their national, they're going to be pro someday. So you're just they probably eat pretty good.
They're probably happy to have something.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not them. Maybe they loved it. So I thought it was pretty strange. So
how do you like that? They charge you for food. Whether or not you eat it in the military. That's pretty bullshit.
I didn't know the White House had a fully automated bowling alley. That's impressive.
Yes.
Just you're just I just pressed the red button to shoot a nuke off, and now I'm going to just bowl me a 300.
Does it have, is it the White House that had the indoor pool, or is it the Capitol, or is it both? I don't know.
Well, why would you need...
Did not.
I don't know, Dan. I'm not sure.
That would be fantastic.
That would be hilarious.
1,000 Big Macs, please, to the White House. Can I get Uber Eats here?
Do you ever watch the show Tasty on YouTube?
No.
So it's they talk about it's all kinds of food stuff, and they're they ate what Donald Trump ate in a day, and they ate it all day, at the times he ate it and everything, and they're like, "Where's the water?" Because it was a Diet Coke, a Big Mac, and a large fry. Yeah, there's some sirens going off.
What do you think's happening?
I don't know.
Should we check the scanner?
If you want to, we could go for it.
I always want to. I always want to check the scanner when I hear sirens. if you are nosy like me, download the scanner app, and then if you hear sirens, you can listen to the scanner and
Yeah,
find
but
out
the
what's
Yates
happening.
County radio scanner hasn't been working
Bullshit.
because when I went to use it, it said that the person that shares it's offline. Oh, it's working now. It was the other day. It wasn't working. This is what you use, right? Yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's working.
What's happening?
Scanner app sucks, Sean says.
Scanner app sucks. Yeah, you know what the cool thing? You know what I've really liked the scanner app for? One of the coolest things that you can do with it is when all the protests and stuff were happening, you could listen to the scanner in like New York City or whatever, Portland, or like you can listen to what's going on their scanner. That's kind of neat.
This was off. This wasn't working. There was a couple siren, like the Dundee fire siren, since I have to go to the fire calls. I tried to use it, and for like 2 days straight, it said somebody shares it from, I don't know who shares it, but whoever was sharing it must have been on vacation or gone or something, and we had no scanner to listen to.
Yeah, that's a good point. You have to get 2 phones.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or do you use an actual scanner, Sean? How do we listen to the county stuff and the state stuff at the same time?
It gets a little shit showy on the walkie-talkies there.
I gotta tell you, I can't understand half the stuff they're saying anyway. Even if they weren't, you don't have to use codes. You don't have to use codes because I can't understand a goddamn thing that you're saying. I just can't. No, because you're talking like this.
Most of the time when because they're usually just saying numbers, and that's the number on the police car or the fire truck a lot of times.
Yeah, they say that, but then like when they're actually giving information, I can't understand. I just can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah,
like they're not enunciating clearly.
Do you think there's a scanner app for the White House to listen into?
No, I don't.
Trump ordering 1,000 Big Macs, if that's a true thing.
Sean, quick question. I was just thinking about this all morning. I was thinking about this.
He was thinking
what
about
would happen, and especially since you made the comment today about how when you get meals in the military that they charge you for them, they take it out of your pay whether you eat them or not. How would the military change if we raised the minimum age to 21? You think they'd probably negotiate a better deal for themselves?
You probably want to get as many people.
You wouldn't get as many people because they'd have jobs and stuff by then, and they wouldn't want to
I think
they're not in the middle of a transition.
Yeah, Sean would know, but I don't want to speak for people. I think a lot of times you're getting kids that are 18 and they're coming out of high school and they're like, yeah, I want to travel the world. I want to do the military thing. So
I've just heard a lot of talk about the stuff that you shouldn't be allowed to do when you're 18.
Yeah.
And like signing up for something that's a 4-year commitment no matter what, and has set things that go along with it, seems like a wild thing to be able to do when you're 18 if you can't do any of that other stuff.
Yeah, Sean said probably fewer enlistees.
Probably a lot fewer.
And it's hard, especially think you were going to go in at 18 and then you're like, oh, what am I going to do till I'm 21?
Right.
You're probably going to get a job.
And
then you're like,
get a job, go to school, go to trade school, do something.
All my friends
we'd have some people that wouldn't, I don't know what they would do,
that went in and enlisted. I would say over 3/4 of them said they would never do it again.
Yeah.
It was just like they felt like they sold their life away, to the military. They, you can't do anything without them saying, go ahead. And
do you think maybe we should raise the age? Because if you got somebody that they're 18, they're not emotionally mature at 18. Most of them. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them are not emotionally mature at 18. They're a lot of that decision. Well, I'm assuming they're not taking it lightly.
So. Well, Sean, that's true.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to wait a couple more years.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some lunatics that go in there for that. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So, Yeah.
I don't know. I just it would be interesting, like, because it seems like you're almost getting one over on some of them. Like what you said, a lot of them that just decide that that wasn't the right decision. But when kids are 18 years old, it's like 18 is a weird age to have just like our entire population make life-changing decisions.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
like your whole life is going to be dependent on like racking up $200,000 in debt or like signing up for the military, or like those are the two big ones that everybody, or you get a job and see what happens, or go
yeah.
to jail. I don't know. Like what do you do when you're 18? It's crazy.
My buddy Matt that was on the show, he
Yeah, it's a good peacetime military.
he entered when he was 22. So he waited.
Who did?
My Matt
Matt.
that came on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show with us.
yeah.
He entered.
So he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he went to the Air Force. He knew he did not want to go to the Army or,
Mhm.
like certain places. He's like, no, I want to go to the Air Force and be an MP. And I was like, yeah. And he does it. He'll probably do it till he retires. So
Yeah.
loves it. But different
But he knew it.
style.
But that's the thing. Like if
Not
if,
many people go
if
to the Army or the Marines and usually say, yeah, I'm going to do this
Right.
forever. Because
well, they might have to just change the way they did things to attract people at that,
pretty tough work. Yeah.
They'd have to make it a better deal for people if they weren't getting kids that would otherwise be going to flip burgers at McDonald's.
Yeah. And these guys,
And I'm
get
not saying
beat
that's
up,
everybody,
man.
but there's a good chunk of them that would be.
These guys that deploy, I mean, like beat the hell out of their body. I mean, most of them are like wrecked, especially the guys that are jumping out of the planes. And that's a tough career, man.
Yeah.
And it's not like you get to stay home and call into work because your knee's sore.
No.
It's like, yeah, dude, we're getting shot at, and it doesn't matter what's wrong. Like
You got to get a note from a doctor.
Yeah, not when you're deployed. You're done.
Well,
when you're deployed, I'm sure you do it. There's no BS about it. Sean would know. We got to get Sean on sometime to tell
Sean
us
would. I've got a
the
little bit.
nitty-gritty.
I've got a little bit of experience with people who are. I guess I can't share, but yeah. Anyway, someday I'll share with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of us, joined because of 9/11. When I say us, not me, but a lot of people that were my age joined because of 9/11. Joined the Marine Corps to deploy to Afghanistan, fuck up the Taliban. There you go.
And it sure happened.
Thank you for doing that, Sean.
Crazy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it would be really interesting to see them change the entry age, and not to get people out of high school, to have people to be getting actual adults.
I think you could say that for a lot of jobs, though.
But you can't drink a beer.
Look at
You can't legally drink a beer at 18.
Right.
You can't legally, I don't know. You can't buy a handgun at 18 in New York State. But you can make a decision to join the military for 4 years and be locked into it.
Right. Yeah.
It's just wild to me.
I think any life-altering career decisions, there's some
fair enough, Sean. Fair enough.
It doesn't only end at military is probably one of the most extremes, but you start thinking about other things, where you have to sign contracts, or not even sign a contract, but you're kind of like married to it, like police almost have the same thing. Like they spend all this of their own money to go to the police school and everything like that. And, it just changes.
What do you mean?
It changes your life.
What do you mean? Police school.
So when you go to basic, like the academy for police,
yeah,
a lot of people put themselves through it.
Oh, seems like you're paying to do it.
If you get hired on there, they'll put you through.
Yeah. Isn't that the way it's usually done, though?
No, most people will go and put themselves through and then apply everywhere and say, hey, I have training, so I can be hired on the spot.
They're going to get a job, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just like one of those things, like kids do that when they're young, and I'm sure some of them are like, man, I wish I wouldn't have thrown all my eggs in one basket. It's just like, there's lots of things you could, but I think the military is the most extreme. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Crazy.
I don't know. I was just thinking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Mostly just because of all this talk about I don't know how to talk about it, but mostly all the talk about the shooting that happened, the recent shootings, and how they talk about young people. And I don't know, I have a lot of questions about a lot of the things that happen there. Like, and I think everybody that knows, that's paid any attention at all, does. But when they talk about that, like 18-year-olds shouldn't be able to get rifles, it's like, well, are they a citizen or not? They're able to fight in the military. If you're a citizen, you should have all the rights of a citizen.
I think it comes down to what we talked about the last two times we've had shows. It's been brought up. Mental health is just like,
nope.
We need a little more.
Jesse, I'm gonna tell you, so that is a fallacy.
You think so?
That is a fallacy. There are parts of that, yes, like being able to de-escalate, yes, but it's more cultural than it is mental health, because only 4% of violence is committed by someone that has a mental illness. Only 4%. People with mental illness are more likely to have violence perpetrated against them than to perpetrate violence.
Well, you don't need mental health just because you have mental illness. Everyone can use it. Somebody to talk to, counseling, anything. Just like some people's headspace but it's not in the. Maybe if they had someone to talk to, things would have been different, right? No?
Yeah, I think it goes way beyond that.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, it's not just mental health is a cop-out.
Gotcha.
And especially the fact that we keep saying it and then not doing anything about it. So, I would agree with you that we should start actually putting our money where our mouth is. If we're going to say mental health, we should do the mental health thing. And then I go and I look, there was a shooting this morning in, I think, South Philadelphia.
Wow.
Born and raised. And I believe that they're calling it a mass shooting. There were like 3 people killed and 11 injured. But as I read the article, and I don't have any real information on this, and I don't want to speculate too much, but it sounds to me, there are a lot of clues there that tell me that it was probably a gang shooting.
Yeah.
Okay. And most of what they're calling on the national level to be mass shootings right now, a lot of them sound like gang shootings or domestic shootings. So if there were really as many shootings as they say there are, you would hear about them.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple, right? There was 2, and then Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then
there were, yeah. But there weren't. But there wasn't more than 1 per day this year. They keep saying there's more than 1 per day this year.
Oh, really?
Oh, they say it every year. Yeah, every time something happens, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's like there's this many," and it's like, no, there weren't that many. That was a gang shooting. That wasn't like somebody shooting up a school or a supermarket.
Gotcha.
That was a gang shooting, or that was a family thing, or that was,
So you bring it down to culture. You think it's
I think like, yeah, I think such a huge part of it's culture. The culture of not being neighbors with your neighbor. The culture of being a little bitch instead of like going and talking to somebody that you disagree with and saying, "Hey, look, like, can we work this out?" Just like trying to like calling the police on people instead of having a civil conversation first. Like all those things where everything has to be escalated through the roof.
Right.
Like where we get the media that takes things and just makes a mountain out of every molehill.
I always wonder, is it more reported on today? Was there more than we like? You
look at the stats. There's less. There's less violence
now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it's just more. It's reported more, right?
There were more total shootings last year, I believe. Like it did tick up.
Yeah.
But that seems to be an anomaly, and they keep blaming it on guns, but stuff doesn't tick up like that because of guns. It's because you changed the culture. You made it so that everybody like had these extra stresses, financial or otherwise.
Yeah.
social, financial, social, everything. Like you made everything into a confrontation across the entire country by trying to force people to do stuff. And
Yeah.
here we are.
I thought it had a lot to do with. This is just a personal thought. Sometimes I think I'm like, I wonder if it's because like people aren't as religious anymore. Like I think maybe that held like a moral standard for people when God was like prevalent in people's life. Like I think it had. I think it helped. Believe me, and not only does church
Like when are you talking?
like
What
maybe that's why like people
But when are you saying that was the case? Like when were you saying that God was making people shoot less people?
Like I mean, there wasn't as many guns, but you think about like before what was the hippie movement? Like, when everyone was like well dressed and behaved and, all that what is it, like the 40s and 50s,
Yeah.
like, back then, and then you started moving to the more, everyone started, I guess, I don't know what the word is, but who knows? Who really knows what it is? So I don't know.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of shitty stuff back then too.
Yeah, and it probably wasn't reported on.
And I'm not entirely sure that the rates were lower.
Yeah,
it may be the case, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
I know back to the 70s. I know that we've had I know crime peaked kind of in the 70s.
The hippie movement, man.
Yeah, but it's been declining since then.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's pretty good then. I mean, and it's like everything. It's easy to panic, and especially when little kids. No one likes to see, stuff happen to little kids. It's not good.
Yeah, so. I've got some things I'd like to say about that. Not about.
Well, this is one of the issues
about the people that were supposed to be protecting them.
One of the issues we have today is we're not allowed to have an open conversation.
Right.
And I think if everyone wasn't even us sitting here, we're worried about saying some things because having an open conversation is seen as being racist, sexist, everything. It's like you can't have a conversation about the matters because someone's offended. And
yeah,
so at some point that's going to have to end because you got to be able to have a talk about this. If you can't talk about it, how are you ever going to fix it?
I guess there's one thing. I read an article this morning that the first person who encountered this shooter down in Texas, the first person who encountered the guy saw the accident. He worked at the funeral home, and he saw the accident, and he went over to check and see if the guy was all right.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked over, and the guy just gave him this look, and had his gun and gave him an evil look, according to the guy. And so they ran away, and he started shooting at him at the funeral home. People missed, and they got inside.
I didn't hear about this part.
Yeah, this is kind of new to me. And the guy ran into the school, and or went and started shooting at the school, and then went in the school. So he called his wife. Some people had already been calling the police. He called his wife and said, "Bring my gun." And he tried to go in to the school, and the cops were like, "Where are you going? Stand over there and shut up." They kept him out and prevented him from doing anything. That said, I back this up in my mind, and I think about the conversation that we have about gun control and otherwise. And you take that guy and say that I don't know why he wasn't carrying concealed at that moment. And I don't want, you can't go back.
Right.
But imagine that he was. So, he could have potentially stopped that whole thing before it started. And we probably never would have heard about it.
Right.
But
yeah,
you think about that, and it's it really is a reminder for people who do have concealed carry that You never know. You really, like, people say, oh, you're just going to the grocery store. Oh, you're just going, like, why would you need it there? It's
Never
like,
know.
first off, if you're going somewhere where you think that you need it, you shouldn't be going there. If
I
you're
guess
like,
in some ways
do
it
you know
makes
what I'm
sense.
saying?
In
Like,
some ways,
if
yeah.
you think, oh, I don't want to go there unless I have my gun, don't go there.
I mean, when I go up to the city, I always feel that way though. I'm always like, crime's higher there. I should probably carry my gun. Yeah,
And that's why I don't go to the city very often.
You got to go sometimes. So,
Yeah.
And
so that,
yeah.
The other thing is, man, like, if you can carry as much as you can, carry as often as you can, because, and that's why I get irritated about these laws that make it so there's specific places where you can't, because if I got to go to one place during the day where I can't carry all day.
Right. Especially you.
Yeah.
Because you're different than most people. You don't have a vehicle that you
Right.
put it in. You don't mind biking or walking places.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's not like you can just sit outside on your bicycle and wait for it to come pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no. So it's just, anyway, I don't know. The guy, if he would have had something with him, he could have stopped that guy. And I know that's like, everybody gets tired of the good guy with the gun argument.
No,
but at the end of the day, if that guy was a good guy, and he was a guy that has guns,
yeah,
and he could have had a gun, and
it might have been different.
Yeah,
it
might have been the same.
Yeah, I mean,
but it might have been different.
In Buffalo, that guy did get shot, but he was wearing body armor, and which that sucks. But
and here's another thing: if you think 9mm is, 9mm is not going to go through body armor, so I'll just leave that at that. That maybe you might want to consider a real caliber, like 357 Magnum or
45 ACP
44 Magnum
with hollow points.
You think, or maybe 10mm?
10mm, yeah. It's sad that it's too bad we got to feel this way. It's too bad everyone. My big thing is, like, the news reports on it so much, and all the little kids hear about it, and then they're scared, and it's like, we got to find a way to make them so they're not freaking terrified to go to school. Like, my little cousin said something to me about it, and I'm like, you guys are okay. So, you guys are going to be okay.
Maybe 357 won't punch, but you feel it.
as they train in most places, it's 2 to the chest and 1 to the head is like your real training. I'm sure Sean would know better than I would, but I'm pretty sure that's still how you're trained. So, but again,
I'll say that I
how many of us, that's the thing, is we can all talk everything, and who knows what we would do in this situation, but at least that guy in Buffalo tried.
Yes.
Yeah, at least he tried, and too bad it had to happen.
I'm pretty sure pretty sure the standard is center mass.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Or, you know what? Here's one for you. Shoot him in the dick.
Don't got body armor there.
Shoot him in the dick. No body armor. You'll probably hit something that's going to bleed a lot.
Oh, God.
Shoot him in the dick. There you go. You see it. You see somebody that is, you're justified to shoot, and whatever, like, it's like a scenario where you should engage them. Shoot them in the dick.
Yeah. Too bad. What do you think everyone says about how do you feel about the police at the schools that everyone wants to do, like, or the retired vets? Have you heard some of the ideas people have?
Retired vets.
Yeah.
Oh, like to
volunteer,
have them be there.
Yeah, volunteer to.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's the solution. I mean, it could be part of the solution. Like everything, like there's not going to be a one-stop,
I just didn't know what you thought. If you thought that was like to
have a military vet like volunteer to hang out at school.
Yeah, or like that they're saying, or more police presence, or I don't know.
You got to start with things like, and I know whatever mistakes happen, But you got to start with locking the door.
Yeah.
Because that could have stopped the guy, is locking the door. So start with like the simple things, like lock the door. Make it so that there's one single entrance that you have to like check in to get through during the day, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even lock that, whatever. I don't know. Like we're in the world of technology now. You could have a camera outside that somebody like, can you buzz me in?
Oh, Dundee School has it.
Do they have that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that kind of stuff, kind of a no-brainer. Like it's like skin on your body. Like first line of defense, locks.
Right.
Would it be great to have a military vet sit there? I don't know. Like, what are they going to do all day?
Right. Yeah. No,
Dick
it's one
around
of
on their
those
phone.
things.
Like it's
right. Yeah. It was just some people were saying, hey,
maybe
it's a good way
like I'm not against
to
it.
get some jobs for some people. You know, it's like,
Oh, they're not volunteers.
no, I mean, I didn't. Not the one I was reading. It was like, hey, how about these vets that come home looking for jobs? You know, I'm sure they wouldn't mind
Maybe
protecting kids.
I think there's plenty of jobs right now.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know about
but
that.
not many people have their expertise, Phil.
Yeah, there you go. Ballistic glass on the first floor. There's a good one. Don't aim for the dick. Why not? Yeah, shoot him in the dick.
Put that on a T, Kurt says.
Yeah, no, I mean, the first line of defense has to really just be your skin, right? Like, it's like that's how we keep most of the bad stuff out of our bodies. You put something there, and if it gets on you, you wash your hands, right? Step one. Vets, officers, whatever. Like, if there's one person in a building, like,
yeah, it's tough.
First off, like then you shoot one person, and then now they're defenseless.
That's been
like they were before.
That's been the talk about security at a front door.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, hey, we know who's got the gun. He's sitting at the front door. You know, that's like kind of I've heard the So
I mean, whatever it is or it isn't, but
there's got to be some people that
what I think
know how to do this.
I'll tell you. Here's what my thought is, and it's not popular, but here's what my thought is people always get all like bitchy about when we have a conversation about arming teachers. And so I've got a compromise, sort of, is I don't think that we should arm teachers. I don't think we should arm teachers. If you don't want to carry a firearm, you shouldn't. Like, that's the number one reason why you shouldn't carry a firearm. Don't want to.
Yeah.
But we have teachers, we have school employees who, if not for the restrictions, would.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And we've got those at other public places too. We've got places where people want to carry a firearm, and the rules or laws or something prevents that from happening. So my first step, other than lock the door, is stop disarming people. If you're a person who is inclined to carry concealed, like maybe we say, okay, look, you got to get trained. Like, you got to go to a specific training, or you got to do this or meet these requirements. Maybe there's extra requirements in certain settings like schools.
Well, New York State's got a lot of requirements already.
They do. Sure. Yeah, they do. But at the end of the day, what I'm talking about is not arming teachers. I'm talking about stopping disarming them.
Right.
Because right now we're disarming them. We're making it so somebody that would be able to have some defense, now their defense is like, I'm going to throw my book at you.
Not good, man.
Not good. That's what I got on that.
Yeah, I always tell Mary. Mary always gets upset with me every time I carry to the movie theater or somewhere like that. I always have to tell her, I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not going to be, there's nothing worse than, can you imagine those people that have no defense? It's crazy. No thanks.
No, that's it. I just want to stop disarming people and
carry my XDS 45, and there you go. So, Love that gun.
Shoot him in the dick.
Yep. Choice to carry. You're right, Kurt.
Yeah.
I gotta go make liquor and run the distillery. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, don't shoot the wound. That's stupid. And don't shoot a target that you're likely to miss. See, that's the thing about shooting in the head, is it's too small.
All right.
Right? Unless you're like, even if you're really good, you get that adrenaline flowing.
It's small. That's for sure. Especially
It's hard to hit.
50 yards gets real far with a handgun. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Yeah. A handgun, all of a sudden, 50, 60 yards. Oh, you're out there.
Yes.
That's a distance.
For sure.
And we're not talking 10 feet. Yeah. So.
And that's part of my argument against like micro compact, subcompact firearms, like
a little inch and a half
or like guns that don't have real sights.
Right.
It's like, you got to get some good sights on that.
Yeah.
I know that like 99% of the time that you might ever use a firearm, which is pretty almost never, it's going to be like up close and personal. But if you can get something that has real sights, that's nice. That's part of the reason why I waited for the 3-inch version of my my preferred 357 to come out, so that I could get rear sight, like real like good sights on it.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's start being able to have these conversations. That's my big thing. I want people to be able to, let's talk about the tough subjects without people getting like, why do you got to be in your feelings? Like, how do you live your life being so in your feelings all the time? Just talk about it. If you don't, how many times Phil says shit that I don't agree with at all, but we still, we talk about it. It's like, that's a good opinion, whatever.
Or at least it's fair.
Yeah. Like, you're not, it's your opinion. And, sometimes your opinions, I go, shit, I never thought of it like that. And when do we get to the point where we can all do that? So
you get the topics where only one side is allowed to be voiced without getting like piled on.
Right.
Like if you, say something that, that isn't on the right side for the moment, you're just going to get piled on. And it's like, like, that's not a good way to have public debates. And it's not a good way to get your point across either. Just shutting somebody down.
Right.
It's just going to piss them off. It's just going to make them more ingrained into their opinion that they already have. So, good to at least have civil conversation. That said, you all have a great day. Yeah, there you go. J-frame 357. I'll have to bring up my Rhino sometime, Sean. Shoot him in the dick.
See you guys.
Oh, wait, I got to do this thing.
Who's there? It's rare. Who's there? It's rare. Come fill your time, this pot's for all. From the Finger Lakes, join in the call. Learn something new about the Cuca Trail, upstate New York, every episode I tell. Who's there? It's rare. Who's there? It's rare. It's rare.